I want to give a big shout out to the urban influencer, the largest platform for breaking independent artists such as myself. You cannot go wrong with urban influencer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Urban Influencer Radio. Today, I have the pleasure to sit down and chat with singer-songwriter Mr. Tyeskie out of Dallas, Texas. How are you doing today? Well, let me go back. 2 million streams, Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Tyeskie.
Yes, ma'am.
Hooked on You, wedding song, and all that other stuff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
we got you. So, all right, let's introduce because the Urban Influencer Radio, our fans, we're exposing you to them. So we want to share everything with them, even your shoe size. So the first thing is going to be, how did you get your name? Because people are saying, okay, Mr. Tyeskie, what is that?
Oh wow, it's funny you asked that question. 'Cause I talked to a few people, and I mean some people in the industry, and at first they said that my name came off kind of cocky, like they was like, well, I'm older than you, so why would I call you Mr. Tyeskie? And so another guy was like, well, how many people do you know in front, that has Mr. In front of their name? And and so, but anyway, Tyeskie is my last name. And I just go by, Mr. Tyeskie. So it's
So what's the origin of that? Because most people like, what is that? Is that
German.
Dutch? It's German.
German.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. A lot of
German ancestors.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So that's where it came from. So I just go by Mr. Tyeskie.
Okay. All right. So let's take your journey into the music industry. What made you think, because we got egos here. What made you think that you could sing? Or you even had a chance to be in this career?
I didn't even know that I could sing. I really didn't. One day, I was riding with my uncle, and he noticed, like every R&B song, that came on the radio. So he was like, "You singing all these songs?" So he was like, "Well, but you never want to lead a song in church." And I mean, at that time, I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I never really thought about it, So again, I didn't know I can sing, and so one day he was playing something, and he was like, because I was it was called the Joy Spreaders, and it was just like a group of young people, babies, teenagers and stuff like that, and so he said, "Do anybody want to lead this song?" And so I stood up, and I was like, "Well, I'll lead the song." And so, we practiced and we rehearsed and stuff like that. And man, I sung this song one Sunday. And at first I thought my grandmother, she just thought, well, I just thought, well, maybe, I'm her baby, so she just shouting. And so I looked around and all the mothers were shouting. I said, well, maybe just because I'm a baby, I'm just 7 or 8 years old. And man, when the preacher, he got up and he was like, oh my God, he was like, you have a really, really nice voice. And so then I was like, okay. Now I knew I felt like I was gonna always be an entertainer because I could dance.
Okay.
But I didn't know that I can sing. So
let me ask this: do you have the glove on today?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have. I started to put it on for you, but I said I'm gonna let it rest today. But yeah, I started to put it on for you today.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, you found out that you were a singer at 7 years of age after you
Yeah.
sang at church. And
Yeah.
so, what transpired after that? I know you said you were in a couple of groups before you decided, I'm going to do this solo thing.
Yeah. Well, I had started. Again, I had started singing young, and after that, I started leading more songs at church. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, remind you, I'm 7, 8 years old, and they've had me singing with the mass choir, like the big choir. And so, and then I moved on to directing the choir. I mean, I'm
Wow.
8, 9 years old, and I'm directing these, and so I mean, I had so much, that was going on. And my grandmother, she, Lord, she's passed, but she was like, God gave you this voice, and he wants you to sing, for him. And I mean, I tried the gospel thing, but I it just didn't fit what I wanted to do. And so at the
Mm-hmm.
age of 17 or 18 years old, I decided that I wanted to sing R&B. So I went off into R&B, and I started, I was one of those guys, I love harmonies. So, you look at the Jodeci's, you look at the Drew Hills, and I'm like, man, like, I'm listening to different harmonies. And so I started joining, different groups and stuff like that. And I started recording professionally at the age of 16.
Mm-hmm.
And the producer that I was dealing with, his name was Stanley Watkins. I never forget. It was MID Productions, and
Okay.
I started recording professionally. And he came to me, and he was like, "You have what it takes." He was like, "You got the look, you got the." He's like, "You pretty much have the total package." So, and I used to walk around with my little hat, and I had my little cane. I used to call myself Lover Boy. and so, and so I was,
We didn't know that. We didn't
yeah. So
know
I was,
that
I
your
was
name was
just this,
Loverboy.
yeah. I was just this smooth, cat. And I used to walk through the halls singing to all the ladies and junior high school and stuff like that. So I knew then that, this is, what I really wanted to do.
Okay. All right. So take me to your first song, because on your I'm looking at Apple,
Mhm.
and the songs that I am seeing gotta be I'm Sorry, which is currently on the charts right now. We got Marry Me, Hooked on You, which I was listening to when you came on. I was actually listening to Hooked on Me. So you have these songs, and tell me about the first one and when you realize, okay, I got a good mix here.
Which one? Which song were you speaking of?
No, I'm asking you, which one was your first one that you realized?
The first, oh man. Now, I'm gonna say when you mentioned good mix,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Okay. All
That
right.
was that was the one where, because I mean, you look at, Marry Me. I mean, it's, you get married, you married this young lady, and maybe some things have happened, within that marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And now it moves on to, okay, now I done messed up, or I done did this. Okay, well, now I'm sorry. But
Mm-hmm.
the way that song was, I kind of, it was more of a twist to that song. Now, my thing is this: sometimes as men, you can do so many things to
Mm-hmm.
mess up a woman. It's all kind of things you could do to mess up a woman's. Um, and so that particular song, you know, even though it's called "I'm Sorry," but the twist to it is that sometimes you can say "I'm sorry," and sorry is never enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the idea that I had, because I mean, sometimes men think, oh, I can do this and I can do that, and I can say I'm sorry, and that's it. No, player, that's not it. You know, you done damaged this woman. You know, you done did some things. You done did some things. You done said some things. My thing is this, and I mean, I have a daughter, so I mean, my thing is, you would never hear me call a woman a B word. You would never hear me cuss a woman out. So my thing is this: when you say those type of things to a woman, that damage a woman on the inside. And so you can call a woman a B and you say, I'm sorry, like, come on, dude, like, no, man, you done did this and no. I mean, so that's how that song came about. So yeah, you saying I'm sorry, but it's that sorry is not enough.
So would you say that you're romantic?
Very.
Okay. So
Very.
I want you to plan a date. You got your songs playing, you calling out to the dudes and you're saying, this is what you gotta do in order to have a perfect date. Go ahead, set the scene.
Okay. So my thing is this. First of all, you drive to her house, you pick her up.
Okay.
You I'm big on that. Open the car door for her, make sure she's in, you know, you close the door.
So do you go to the front door and knock on the door? Or do you blow from the car?
Of course. We're not gonna do no, I'm old school, so I'm not gonna call you on the phone, I'm here. I'm not finna, you know, no, I'm not finna blow. No, we not finna do none of that. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna go to the door. I'm gonna knock on the door. I ain't gotta come in. You know, I wait, you know, till you come out, and you know, I open the car door for you, and you know, I make sure you in, and you know, I have some nice, you know, music, you know, playing in the background. I mean, preferably mine. You know, have something, you know, playing in the background, and I'm real big on flowers. You know, roses. You know, and definitely, you know, just being so romantic. I mean, because that's the thing that I'm big on. I mean, I'm very, 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 very romantic. So, yeah, I mean, I'm big on that.
Okay. So do you call after the first date, or you?
You said, do I call after the first date?
Yeah, you know
of
how
course.
you guys
yeah,
are.
I'm gonna call you, but when I drop you off, I'm gonna call you. We finna talk all the way home.
Okay,
You know,
all right,
yeah,
all right. Y'all hear that? That's Mr. Tyeskie, y'all.
Yeah, we gonna talk. You know, it's not I'm just not just gonna drop you off. No, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna talk to you all the way home. And you know, I mean, again, I'm old school. If we want to fall asleep on the phone, we can fall asleep on the phone. You know, we
that's
can
so
do that
sweet.
too.
That's
Yeah,
so
of course.
Sweet. All right. So, Mr. Tyeskie, we know that you're romantic. We know that your music definitely personifies that. So, one of the things that's interesting about you is that you have some of the foundation that a lot of the new artists are trying to get to. So, you have reached 2 million streams for your music.
Yes. Yes, I'm very,
And that is
very
completely different for other artists. So you're unique. So how is it that Mr. Tyeskie is at the point where he has because it's now probably over 2 million, right?
It probably is. I don't really check it too much. I mean, and you know, when I do check it, I literally be surprised. I'm like, wow. And I mean, the thing that gets me is that when I looked at Marry Me, and I do not push that song, but somebody did overseas. They got married to the song. And when somebody got married to the song, I mean, it was thousands of people listening to that song. So that song alone has over 500,000 streams. I don't even push that record.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm very surprised. That's my top record.
So are you getting requests to go overseas at this point?
We're working on that. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we're definitely working on that. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about your current project. I'm sorry. You said that you wrote that. And I think when we kind of did the interview with you the other day, you had something that was definitely unique from other independent artists. You said, I sent it to my guy and I said, here, this is all I got on the song. Give me something. Play around with that.
Yes. What I did is I got the hook. It was either the hook or something in my head. And I got the hook and I sent it to my producer and I say, look, I mean, you know my vibe, you know my style, so, and I've been working with him for a long time. So
okay, so if it's
even
broke,
like
don't
even
fix it.
exactly, even my mixing engineer, when I send him my project, he knows, okay, Mr. Tyeskie like his harmonies here, Mr. Tyeskie like this, Mr. Tyeskie like that. So I don't even, I mean, it's such a great team. I don't have to tell them what I want anymore. I just record something and I send it to him. Like he just sent me another track. Oh man, I'm getting ready to work on something real bad, real nice. And the only thing I did was sung the hook. And I
Okay.
sent it back. And I said, yes. I said, that's what I want right there. So yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. So if we were to ask people, why would you need to lock in, download, and follow Mr. Tyeskie? What would you tell them?
Well, again, I'm one of those artists. I mean, I come from a background where, I mean, it's real music. And I'm not saying the music is not music. The music that's going, playing today is not real music. But I'm looking for that. I want to write music that's going to speak to people's souls. I want to write music 20 years from now. You can be with your kids, your grandkids, and you can listen to my music, and it's not talking about all that other stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's some music now. I mean, some music come on, you looking at your Brian McKnights and all that stuff. They songs come on, you like, wow, it's 20 years later, and this song still hits. So that's the type of music that I want to write. I want to write the type of music that's going to be around 10 and 20 years from now.
Okay. Who would you like to work with right now?
Oh, wow. Right now, and again, I mentioned the other day, Babyface.
Yes. Yes.
When I listen to Babyface, and not only when I listen to him, but the people that he has wrote for, Tevin Campbell and just a lot of different, Tevin Campbell's out of Dallas as well. And when I listen to the lyrics, like that's me. Like that's me. So I would love to work with Babyface, Montel Jordan. I listen to people that I'm not saying they have the same tone, because those guys can sing, but like me, I don't do a lot of runs. I don't do a lot of riffs, and I don't do stuff like that. But if you listen to Montel Jordan, he don't do that. Babyface, they don't do that. They just sing. They have a really, really nice tone. And that's what when I listen to people, that's what I listen for. So writers like Babyface and Montel Jordan, Neo, he's another one. He don't do a lot of riffs. He don't do a lot of runs. He don't do stuff like that. So, I mean, those are the few people that I would love to work with, because they can listen to my tone and they'd be like, wow, I can write for this guy.
Okay. So tell us about your upcoming projects.
Oh, wow. It's funny that you asked that question, because I have a lot of music that I have not released.
Right. And I was wondering about that. Are you going to do an EP? Are you going to do a album?
I'm the way everything is going, and I mean, I thought about this. I have 6 songs, and that's all I have. And I've reached over 2 million streams. So I'm like, now what if I go ahead and do an EP? What if I go ahead and do an album? And so, but I have a lot of songs that's unreleased. So yeah, I'm definitely getting ready to go ahead and maybe release some stuff. But my thing is, it's all about timing. Some people just record songs and just put it out.
Yeah.
I don't do stuff. You know, when I released Marry Me, I had a concept behind it. Okay, Valentine's Day is coming up. Oh man, you know, so hey, I'm gonna release this before Valentine's Day. You know, I have a concept, you know, about things when I release it. So I have a few songs that, you know, I kind of want to release. Like this one song that I have, it kind of puts you into the mind of when people listen to it, they automatically say, "Oh man, you sound like Dino from H-Town." And it's a bad record. It is a bad record. And the name of the song is "Call Me Mister."
Okay, all right, call me Mister.
And you know, oh man, it kind of reminds you of that Dino, and it puts you in the mind of that Teddy Pendergrass. I mean, it's a bad record. So
all right. So who are your? We talked about who you'd like to work with. Who would you say are your influences?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you know, he's dead and gone, but Michael Jackson.
Okay.
You seen the glove, you know.
Yeah, you always wear. Now that's why I was asking, are you wearing the glove today?
Yeah. I mean, you know, when I perform, that's my thing, and you know But it's funny because at the age of I was about 8 years old, and my mom, she threw a party for my niece, and she was turning 13, and so she had already told my mom. She said, "Whatever you do, do not let him come outside." And I mean, I'm looking outside. I'm looking at I mean, they 5 years older than me, but I'm looking at them girls, and I'm like, man, I can just get outside. And so I told my mom, I said, "Can I go get some punch?" And I said, "Can I go get some punch and cake?" And so she said, "You go outside and you get some punch and you bring your so-and-so right back in here." Now, I did not plan this. I really did. When I went outside, Michael Jackson Beat It came on. And remind you, nobody was dancing. Nobody was dancing. All the girls and they were standing around. And when it came on, I got to get it. Oh man, I got to get it. And then all the girls started looking at me. And so she ran in the house. He ruined my party. And I'm saying, I'm the one made people start dancing. Like, I mean, this is Michael Jackson, you know, but I made people do this, you know. So I mean, I realized early on that Michael Jackson is a big influence. Like, I mean, he is. And then now, and when it comes and for us the entertainment side, Michael Jackson can entertain. He can entertain. And
excellent entertainer.
Yes, and then you got Bobby Brown. I watch him and the way he entertained. That dude can entertain. He can perform. And I mean, it's sometimes you don't have to be the best vocalist, but if you can keep that crowd and you can have them ladies screaming, you got it. Now, vocally is Brian McKnight.
Okay.
He is one of the ones that influenced me. I try to, you know, I listen to him a lot, and he has a very, very pure tone. It's just, oh man, it's ridiculous. So yeah, those three.
Okay. So what is it that you want the listeners to know about you that they don't already know?
What they don't already know.
Right. They don't already know. That's one of them stump me questions. No, she didn't stump me with that one.
I know. Now be going. I mean, let me see. You said that that I don't want y'all to know?
That people don't know about you. What is it that people don't know about you? Because they'll know that Brian McKnight is one of your influencers. They'll know that you love Michael Jackson. What is it that people don't know about you that you want them to know?
Oh man.
Because I told you I was like, what's your shoe size? What's your favorite food? Wait. So, I mean, what is it that people don't know?
You don't know that I am I have a really, really big heart.
Okay.
I have a really, really big heart, and you know, I'm very sensitive. For some reason, I'm very sensitive to women.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, um, you know, and I have a lot of respect for women, and that's because growing up, you know, I watched my mom get beat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Sorry to say.
So no, I mean, it taught me to really love on a woman. You know, really show her respect. You know, don't treat her any kind of way, and and stuff like that. But I mean, it taught me a lot. So I mean, that's the thing that people don't know. I'm very sensitive. You know, I'm really big on respecting women, and I cannot stand a guy that disrespects a female. Like, and I mean, people be like, man, but you can't get in people's business. I mean, I understand that, but I watched it so much, and I don't like to see women go through stuff like that. So yeah, that's the thing. I would say that's definitely one of the things that, people don't know.
Okay. So, working on a new song. You definitely need to encourage people to go, and if they haven't already heard I'm Sorry, encourage them to go hear I'm Sorry, and definitely shout out your social media.
I am available, and I meant to tell you that too. I don't know why
Okay.
people. My name is Tyeskie, but people always leave off the E at the end. And I saw when I got the email and it said Tyeski, and I want to make sure people have the correct spelling, so they can
Okay. And I
definitely.
probably did that, and let me see. And it was probably because I was typing fast. No, I don't have my
But I mean,
glasses on. Yeah.
but you are not the only one. I don't know why, but everybody do it. You are not the first. But yeah, you can follow me anywhere on social media. Just type in Mr. Tyeskie. That's MrTyeskie, and I'm pretty much all over.
Okay.
I'm just in the process of building my fan base and getting people to know, who I am and what I'm about.
So let's brag a little bit, because even though we talked about the 2 million streams, let's talk about the numbers of um streams that you have as far as your YouTube, because that's pretty big as well. I'm Sorry has what, 70,000?
Well, I thought it did, and then when I
Uh-huh.
looked up the other day, it's like 90,000.
Okay.
So
So
right, when I know
it
when
is.
we talked, we talked about it, and we mentioned a little bit about it, and then I mean I don't know what people just started listening, and people started subscribing, and people. So yeah, on YouTube, that song has about 90 some thousand plays.
Okay, that's awesome. That is
Yeah,
awesome. And where's your song right now on the chart?
it is number 10 on the chart, and when it was number 28, and then I looked up, and it just keep climbing the chart. So I'm like, man, I said, I'm not trying to. I said, man, can I possibly reach number one day? I mean, I don't know, but
Possibly.
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 So yeah,
Possibly.
it is number 10 on the urban charts right now. So
All
urban
right.
influence. Right.
Well, we definitely appreciate you doing awesome, amazing music. Make sure y'all follow Mr. Tyeskie on all social media platforms. And of course, make sure you follow, click, like, share Urban Influencer on all of their social media platforms, and follow your girl, Missy E, the Party Doll. Facebook, Missy E. Johnson, Instagram, Missy Party Doll, and Twitter at Missy E. Party Doll. It has been a pleasure, Mr. Oh, I didn't ask you, what was your top 3 in your playlist?
My top 3 in my playlist,
Yeah.
for as my music.
Yes. Top 3 songs that you're listening to right now.
I mean, it's It's funny
Guess three.
because
I know it's always a hard question, but what's your top three?
I would say I'm sorry.
Okay. Get high on your own
Definitely,
supply.
definitely I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Oh man. Hooked on you. I really like
Okay.
I really like the Hooked on You.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say Gotta Be.
Okay. So all of your music, you get high on your own supply.
No, I thought that's what you was asking. For
No, that I mean that's no, that's
oh,
cool.
in my
That's cool.
okay, in my playlist, don't laugh at me, but
I'm not.
I mean, Key Sweat. I'm listening to every day. I mean, my CD never. I mean, it's Key Sweat.
Okay.
I'm listening to Key Sweat every day. I am listening to Drew Hill every
Okay.
day.
Okay.
I am
Okay.
listening to Jodeci. My Heart Belongs to You. You know, those
Okay.
type of songs. You know, so yeah.
All right.
I tell people all the time, and you know, when they was talking about the song "I'm Sorry," and I think about Keith Sweat a lot, and I'm like, y'all can talk about Keith Sweat, but I don't mind begging. I don't mind getting down on my knees. I don't mind begging. I don't mind crawling to you. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Keith Sweat, that's my man right there.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you again for your time. Please make sure you hit us up with your new song that you're working on, that you're like, it's gonna be it.
It
Um,
is because I'm working with Steve Russell from True. We're gonna be, you know, I'm
okay.
gonna be, yeah. As a matter of fact, he was in there yesterday, and I cut his hair. You know, I'm his personal barber now, so he came yesterday and he said, "Oh man," he said, "I got so many compliments on my haircut." Like, oh man. So I said, "Well, you know this gonna cost you. Like, hey, we finna have to. Hey, if I gotta keep you looking good, you gotta keep me sounding good. Hey, we gotta do
Mhm.
something." Yeah. So yeah, this next project, and I may release something else before that. You know, songs that, like I said, I
Mhm.
got some songs, you know, on the shelf that I have not released. Like I have ones it's called Put a Ring on It.
Okay.
And oh yeah, I mean, so it's that's a pretty good record as well. Put a Ring on It. And so that's what most guys they run from. And like I said, you know, I'm that guy, you know, I believe in love.
Mhm.
You know, I believe in that type of stuff. You know, I teach my daughter that, you know, hey, make them put a ring on it, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, so yeah.
All right.
You might get something else.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for locking into the Urban Influencer Radio. I was about to say something else, but all I had somewhere. Thank you for locking into the Urban Influencer Radio. And please make sure you follow the artist, follow Urban Influencer, and follow me. Y'all have an amazing day. Wow. Peace.
The last time you told me you loved me? And when was the last time you showed you care? I feel like I'm losing you to another man. Is it someone else? Tell me. Baby, I do what I gotta do to make it right, baby, yeah. I don't wanna lose you, no, no, no. I'm sorry, baby, yeah. 'Cause I can't go on without you in my life. that you never leave me. But over time I guess your feelings change, yeah. What am I supposed to do, yeah? Having flashbacks at night, I can't sleep at night, thinking about the nights when we make love, baby. I don't wanna lose you, no, no, no. I'm sorry, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I can't go on without you in my life. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, God, I mean it. Tell me what to do, baby. Tell me. I get on my knees, baby. Tell me. Whatever you want, whatever you need, baby. Yeah, yeah. Tell me that you still love me. I'm asking you to marry me. Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, baby, I don't wanna lose you without you in my life. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby.
Said it best. I'm here to worship. I'm here to worship. Are you ready for an encounter in the presence of God? Can we just lift our hands in this moment and just begin to declare, God, that your name is higher than any other name. There's no name higher than the name of Jesus. And we've come to declare that. So we're just going to open up with this song right now that just declares the greatness of the name of Jesus. That all other names would fade away, that your name would be lifted high, glorified, God. We thank you for who you are. Can we just let our worship fill this room? God, we thank you for who you are tonight in our lives. We thank you for everything that you've done for us, God. We're grateful. Our hearts are overflowing with gratitude for who you are and everything that you've done in our lives, God. We'll bless you tonight. We'll bless you tonight, Lord, for who you are. We'll bless you tonight for who you are, Lord. You're everything to us, Jesus. Everything to us, Lord. Everything, everything, everything. Oh, hey. The song says this. Hands up, hearts open, wide as the sky. We lift you high, yeah. We lift you high. Hands up, hearts open, wide as we cry. God, we lift your name high. Just sing that one time. Hands up, hearts open, wide as. Just tell him tonight, we lift you high. God, we've come to lift you high, Jesus. Sing hands up, hearts open, wide as we cry. Sing, God, we lift. Sing it again, hands up, lift them up, hearts open, wide as the sky. Tell them we lift you high. God, we've come to lift you in this place tonight. Sing your hands up. Yeah. Oh, wide as we cry. God, we lift. This is the cry of our hearts. Let all the other names fade away. Hey, hey. Woo. Listen. Let all the other names fade away till there's only you. Let all the other names fade away. Jesus, take your place. Jesus, take your place. open up your mouth and say that. Say, let all the other names fade. Sing, till there's only all the other names. Yeah, Jesus, Jesus, take your place. Yeah, let all the other names fade. God, there's no name higher than your name. Let 'em fade. Till there's only, let all the other names fade. Hey, Jesus, we enthrone you in our worship. Take your seat right here tonight. Let all the other names. Yeah, God, we lift you up, lift you up, lift you up. Till there's only, let all the other names. Jesus, take over. Have your seat tonight. One more time, sing, let all the other names fade. There's no other name higher than the name of Jesus. There's no other name greater, stronger till then. Let all the other names, let them fade, let them fade. Jesus, Jesus, take your place. Jesus, take your place. Have your way tonight. Let your glory fall. Have your way in our lives, Jesus. No one else deserves the praise like you. No one else deserves to worship like you. No one else is worthy. Take your place, God. Take your place tonight, Lord. Oh, take your place, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. 'Cause we lift you high. We lift you high. We lift you high. We lift you high. Can you lift your voice and say, we tell them, God, we've come to lift you up. We lift you high. Oh, we lift you high. Sing it again. We lift you high. Oh, every other name can fade away. Jesus. Let all the other names fade away. Sing that out till there's only you. Sing. Let all. Just tell them, Jesus, take your place. Jesus, take your place. One more time, every voice, lift it up, sing, let all the other names, let all the other names. There's no other name that's higher than the name of Jesus. Oh, till there's only all the other names. Just tell me, Jesus, take yours. Jesus. Just sing like this, you say. Sing like a fire, like a flood. Come however you want, God. Come with your power, with your, just tell them with your love. You can come however you want to come. However you want. One more time, just sing. Sing like a flood. Come however you want. Can you just tell him tonight, Holy Spirit, you can have your way in my life. I'm surrendered. My heart is abandoned to you tonight. And you can come however you want. Come however you want. Yeah. One more time, church, just say like this. Let all the other names fade away. Jesus, take your place. Jesus, take your place. Yes, God, we thank you, Lord. We enthrone you in our worship tonight, God. We've come to bless you, Jesus. We've come to bless you, Lord.
Going solo took you off of this duet. just how I feel. Too much woman to be on the side. Much too much woman. I'll tell my heart that it lied. And say I made it all up.
She callin'. I just got the low from the folks we stalkin'. I can start rapping right now, I'm ballin'. Slap a little nigga damn right, I'm crossin'. I don't know I'm ballin' right now, no phase. I just made a sale right before I got laid. I fucked your little baby, damn right we paid. And fuck a jump shot, I don't fool with Jay. We gon' stash it up, though we gon' add it up. Feeling like a mighty duck, fuck it, then I'm passing up. Big body being beat, it's a push star. Down real deep in the pussy like a lifeguard. Clutching on the stick, homeboy don't fight star. Fucking on your beat, make a pose, yeah, that part. Clutching on the stick, homeboy don't fight star. Fucking on your beat, make a pose, yeah, that part.
That part, Kelto, track hawk, asphalt. I don't do no speaking like the bad talk. I'ma pull it with the semen, knock his ass off. And I be leaning when I'm stepping, that's the bad walk. Nigga can't drip like this, that's your dad fault. All the mud drip my wrist, it's my time gone. I'ma supercharge my wheel, getting scratch off. Mud, shit better out the cook. I don't show love, bitch, I'm ballin' like the books. Feeling like Floyd, hit him with the uppercut. Bitch, I can't drink no more, I'm stuck. Ride it, Kawasaki, private flying, private island. My wrist froze, my watch time. I'm a clean my own nose, so he ain't gon' wipe me. Cold in the cooler, wrong move, shoot him. I'm making move off my phone and computers. He ain't gon' use it, now get out, do it. Jewels with my sister, nigga, we ain't gon' abuse it. Thought that you knew it, past we fluid. Old heads itching for the work, you a newbie. Creep on the block, we gon' start leaving silent. He know my level, I'm fly like a pilot.
I just got some hair from your hoe, she callin'. I just got the low from the folks we stalkin'. I can start rapping right now, I'm ballin'. Slap a little nigga damn right, I'm crossin'. I don't know I'm ballin' right now, no phase. I just made a sale right before I got laid. I fucked your little baby, damn right we paid. And fuck a jump shot, I don't fool with Jay. We gon' stash it up, though we gon' add it up. Feeling like a mighty duck, fuck it, then I'm passing up. Big body being beat, it's a push star. Down real deep in the pussy like a lifeguard. Clutching on the stick, homeboy don't fight star. Fucking on your beat, make a pose, yeah, that part. Clutching on the stick, homeboy don't fight star. Fucking on your beat, make a pose, yeah, that part. I was on the stick, on here, play baseball. Fuck me and leave, baby girl, that's a late call. Draco stood down there like the wall off. Crack rock big like a walker with a beach ball. Stand up, I might fuck your hoe. Stand in the pussy, break a fuck her throat. Lot of broke niggas wanna be in a joke. 30 out of mall like I'm fucking with the Pope. Ice so hot, but your wrist on freeze. Why you wipe your nose if the nigga ain't sneeze? Face to the face, on the cute out the trees. Still getting Brian white bitch call it. But